Chapter 10. And the queen of Sheba is hearing of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of Jehovah, and cometh to try him with enigmas. And she cometh to Jerusalem with a very great company, camels bearing spices, and very much gold, and precious stone. And she cometh unto Solomon, and speaketh unto him all that hath been with her heart. And Solomon declareth to her all her matters. There hath not been a thing hid from the king that he hath not declared to her. And the queen of Sheba seeth all the wisdom of Solomon, and the house that he built, and the food of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the standing of his ministers, and their clothing, and his butlers, and his burnt offering that he causeth to ascend in the house of Jehovah. And there hath not been in her any more spirit. And she saith unto the king, True hath been the word that I heard in my land concerning thy matters and thy wisdom. And I gave no credence to the words till that I have come, and my eyes see, and lo, it was not declared to me the half. Thou hast added wisdom and goodness unto the report that I heard. O the happiness of thy men! O the happiness of thy servants, these, who are standing before thee continually, who are hearing thy wisdom. Jehovah thy God is blessed, who delighted in thee, to put thee on the throne of Israel. In Jehovah's loving Israel to the age, he doth set thee for king, to do judgment and righteousness. And she giveth to the king 120 talents of gold, and spices very many, and precious stone. There came not like that spice any more for abundance that the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. And also the navy of Hiram that bore gold from Ophir brought in from Ophir almug trees very many, and precious stone. And the king maketh the almug trees a support for the house of Jehovah, and for the house of the king, and harps and psalteries for singers. There have not come such almug trees, nor have there been seen such unto this day. And King Solomon gave to the queen of Sheba all her desire that she asked, apart from that which he gave to her as a memorial of King Solomon, and she turneth and goeth to her land, she and her servants. And the weight of the gold that hath come to Solomon in 1 year is 666 talents of gold, apart from that of the tourists, and of the traffic of the merchants, and of all the kings of Arabia, and of the governors of the land. And King Solomon maketh 200 targets of alloyed gold. 600 of gold go up on the one target, and 300 shields of alloyed gold. 3 pounds of gold go up on the one shield. And the king putteth them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. And the king maketh a great throne of ivory, and overlayeth it with refined gold. 6 steps hath the throne, and a round top is to the throne behind it, and hands are on this side and on that, unto the place of the sitting, and 2 lions are standing near the hands. And 12 lions are standing there on the 6 steps, on this side and on that. It hath not been made so for any kingdom. And all the drinking vessels of King Solomon are of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon are of refined gold. There are none of silver. It was not reckoned in the days of Solomon for anything. For a navy of Tarshish hath the king at sea with a navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years cometh the navy of Tarshish, bearing gold, and silver, ivory, and apes, and peacocks. And King Solomon is greater than any of the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom. And all the earth is seeking the presence of Solomon, to hear his wisdom that God hath put into his heart. And they are bringing each his present, vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and garments, and armor, and spices, horses, and mules, the matter of a year in a year. And Solomon gathereth chariots and horsemen, and he hath 1,400 chariots, and 12,000 horsemen. And he placeth them in the cities of the chariot, and with the king in Jerusalem. And the king maketh the silver in Jerusalem as stones, and the cedars he hath made as the sycamores that are in the low country, for abundance. And the outgoing of the horses that King Solomon hath is from Egypt, and from Keveh. Merchants of the king take from Keveh at a price. And a chariot cometh up and cometh out of Egypt for 600 silverlings, and a horse for 50 and 100, and so for all the kings of the Hittites, and for the kings of Aram. By their hand they bring out.